Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, this is Ejaz Khan, and in today's video we'll be discussing about Strategic Business Leader paper of ACCA. This paper is basically an attempt to consolidate students' technical knowledge and professional skills so that they can solve complex business problems. Before I show you the specimen exam of SBL, let's first discuss what this paper is all about. Unlike other ACCA exams, SBL exam will be of 4 hours, which will include reading and planning time. And the good thing about the reading planning time is that the students can use it at any time during these 4 hours. The SBL exam will be related to a single organization, and the whole exam will revolve around a single business case. All the requirements of this exam will be related to that single organization. The good thing about this exam will be that the students will have to assume different finance professional roles like finance director, management consultant, internal auditor, and other roles, so that they are aware of how these roles are actually performed. The case study will not only include internal information about the organization, but will also include external information about the environment in which the organization is operating, so that the students are aware of external environmental factors and the importance of these factors in shaping any organization's strategy. These external factors may include political factors, economical factors, legal factors, technological factors, socio-cultural, and many other factors. Last but not least, this paper will also test the professional skills of the students, like communication skills, commercial acumen, analytical skills, skepticism, and evaluation skills. And more importantly, 20 out of 100 marks have been allocated to these professional skills. We will be discussing about these 5 professional skills in detail in my next video. Now let's move towards the specimen exam given by ACCA, and let's get an idea of how this paper will look like on the exams day. Now just look at this specimen exam, and if you just look at this, there's a brief introduction about the company, the business of the company, and more importantly, right in the first line, it is asked you to assume a role of a management consultant. Now, if in this part you are being asked to assume a particular finance role, it indicates that throughout the case study you have to assume the same role. So all the requirements in this case study will ask you to assume the same role of management consultant. But not necessarily in every exam this will be the case. You may also be required to assume different finance professional roles, and in that case, those roles will be given in the requirements rather than in the brief introduction paragraph at the top of the case study. So this is a question about DCS company, and you are supposed to be acting as a management consultant. So every SBL exam will have a brief introduction about the company. And this paragraph will be very important to know about the type of business and the types of products the company is offering. So it's very important to read this paragraph carefully. And right below this paragraph, you can see different exhibits. You may have 5 exhibits, so you may have 6 exhibits. Each exhibit will contain information, internal information and the external information. And the good thing about this particular paper format is that it is telling you about each exhibit. So there is a brief description of every exhibit, and this will give you an idea of what these exhibits are all about. Now if you move further, the requirements will be followed, and there will be different requirements about this case study. Each requirement will have its own action verbs, and every requirement will be testing one professional skill or the other. And again, the good thing about this particular exam format is that each requirement will state what type of professional skill will be tested. Like if you look at the first requirement, it says that the professional skill tested will be the evaluation skills. Now, being a student, you now know that you have to show evaluation skills in this part of the question to get the marks available for demonstrating those skills. If you go to requirement 2, you can clearly see the communication format has also been mentioned. Draft a section of consultancy report. Now there's a big difference between consultancy report and a section of a consultancy report. Whenever you see that you are being asked to come up with the section of a consultancy report, then you're not supposed to use that format of a report. So you just simply need to produce your solution like you normally do. But if you are asked to draft a report, then we have to use the report format, and the communication formats will be discussed in my next video in detail. Let's move at the top and see the descriptions of those exhibits. If we look at exhibit 1, this exhibit 1 is about organization's overview, external environment, and the business model of the company. So looking at this brief description, you will get an idea of to which requirement this exhibit belongs. So it will help you link exhibits with different requirements. And most of the times, a particular requirement will be linked to a particular exhibit, and you will only need to pick up the information from a single exhibit and relate it to that particular requirement. Very rarely you will see a requirement to be using multiple exhibits. Most of the times it will be using a single exhibit, so it will make it easy for you to plan your answer. If you look at this first exhibit, in which it was stated that it is about organization's overview, external environment, and the business model. And this is basically a report. And you can just see it starts from to, then from, the subject, and then so on and so forth. So it's basically a report format. And all the exhibits in some way or the other will be containing information about the organization or about the environment of the organization it is operating in. So this is a typical structure of exam. All your exams will by and large have the same structure. So let me give you a quick recap of the structure of the exam which we discussed just now. Every exam at the top will have some brief introduction about the company the business, and the environment it is operating in. It will be followed by a brief descriptions of different exhibits given in the exam. And then there will be requirements which will contain what you're supposed to be doing and what professional skills will be tested in each requirement. And after the requirements, there will be different exhibits containing that information which will be used throughout the case study. So this is what this exam is all about. I hope this video has given you an overview of Strategic Business Leader paper. In my next video, I will be explaining about the professional skills in detail and also the communication formats to be used in this exam. Thank you for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.